Recording. So let me get started. Hi, everybody. My name is Caycee. I know it says here Brittany Hitch, but that's actually my sweet friend and mentor. I am Caycee Wheeler. I am a wife and a mom to one little 3-year-old boy. I actually just moved here, like I said, from Tennessee, or sorry, to Tennessee from California in November, actually, which wasn't that long ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago already. So anyways, how did I get here? I came from a okay, wow, I can't do words tonight. Multi-level marketing background. I was with a previous company for about 3.5 years, maybe a little bit less than that. And then I came over here about a little over 3 months ago. So it's been a really crazy ride. My previous company was awesome, but it's kind of hilarious how I ended up there. I am somebody who passionately, with every fiber of my being, loathed multi-level marketing and everything it was about. I had a lot of preconceived notions based upon experiences I had had previously. I had been tricked into one too many makeup parties or, things of the sort. And so I just really didn't like it. And just to be completely honest with you guys, as quickly as I saw somebody selling something, I was like, click, unfollow. And that's just who I was. I'm growing. I'm growing as a person, I swear. But it was pretty funny because I had done a ton of different jobs. I had landed into personal training and I fell in love. I absolutely loved it. I've always been somebody who's super into health and wellness and fitness specifically. And honestly, that's been happening. That's been a part of my life since I was about 16 years old. I would leave school to go to my apartment gym and run on the treadmill like a total psychopath. I know. But I really loved it. I've always been into it. So when I fell into personal training, it was kind of this accidental passion I had found. I basically got to jump around to my own music. I got to train people. I got to work out with people, sing and dance. Like it was literally the best job in the world for me because I love doing all of those things. And so my husband and he was actually in law enforcement in California and he had been for I don't even know at that point. I mean, he just retired, but he had been in, I think, almost 8 years. And so he really got into that, honestly, because he had seen men in his family before him come in and just provide really well for their families. It's good pay, it's got retirement, it's got all of the bells and whistles to it. And it was going to afford me, future baby mama, whoop, whoop, to go ahead and stay home with our kids. That was one of our dreams. So when I got pregnant and I was working at the gym, I worked basically until I popped. But we were kind of in this position where I have never been unemployed since I was about 15. I've been responsible for rent and bills. And so I've been working since I was 15. And so when we got to a point of me being pregnant and that was our dream, it was kind of like push came to shove. And I was like, but I really like staying busy and I really like working and I really like having extra money for traveling or things along those lines. A girl's got to buy her athleisure wear. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that new pair of leggings sometimes, or a cute new hat from Marshalls. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop. But anyways, and so I was in this position where I was like, man, I want to figure out a way to be able to bring money into the house from the house. So, when my adopted mom and adopted sister, wonderful women in my life, they came to me and they said, "Listen, we really think you should look into this." Well, they caught me at the right time because I hated multi-level marketing until they brought that to me. And they explained to me it's all about health and wellness. The products are awesome. They're helping people. And I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. I mean, I didn't have a college education. This was pre-pandemic. So before they had jobs, you were working remotely and they figured out how to do it. And so it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I'm just going to give it a shot, honestly. And so they brought me in with very minimal coaching. They said basically just add people. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I did. I got my first paycheck, and to my dismay, it was not Monopoly money. I was like, wait a minute. People actually make real money. Like, this actually is deposited in my bank account and it's going to buy me a manicure later. Cool. Like, that's like what happened. And I was like, wow, that's really neat. And then I thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if I actually tried to get good at this. And again, like, I mean, bless their hearts, I love them to pieces, but they were in a position where they didn't really have a lot of training themselves. And so I kind of came in and I was like, I'm just going to figure out how to do it myself. And so I did. And I got really good at the job. I tell people all the time I became an accidental businesswoman. And against all odds, if you will, I climbed to this rank that was just below getting the free car and the trips to Hawaii. You guys know what I'm talking about. You ever see them fancy Cadillacs or anything like that, Lexuses. And so I had hit the rank just below that. So this company, they had what was called an average income disclosure chart. So that means the average of what everybody who sits at that promotion level, that rank, if you will, what they make. And for that rank that I was at, I was supposed to be making like about $4,500 a month. I mean, that's pretty rad, like, that's good money, and I was like, "Oh, well, awesome." So I worked really, really hard. I got there, and on a good month, staying at that rank, staying at that promotion and growing, I was projected. I sat down, did my numbers. I'm not great at math, you guys, but I had a couple people double and triple check it, okay? But I was projected to hit the top ranks where you got the car and you got the trips to Hawaii this summer or early fall of 2021 here. And so when I got to this rank and I was working my booty off, you guys, I was working like 70-hour weeks sometimes. Yes, totally crazy. I was making a solid $2,000 a month. Again, so thankful, so appreciative, awesome money. However, that did not make sense. 70 hours a week for 2,000 bucks a month where I was supposed to be a stay-at-home mom, but really the TV some seasons was just babysitting my kid the whole time, just being honest, that was not working for me. I was like, that's just not compensating me in a way that I feel is fair, essentially, if you will. So we got to a point where our other dream was to move out of state to get somewhere that was slower paced, cheaper cost of living, be able to retire my husband from law enforcement was like a really big, lofty dream for us. But after I saw what was possible at my last company, I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. But as 2020 would have it, I think everyone in the country at this point, if you are in America, then you probably have heard of the mass exodus that happened in 2020 from California. A bunch of people, a bunch of us dispersed. We were them. Obviously, I told you guys we moved to Tennessee in November. And that was kind of one of those things where, we left my husband's law enforcement job in the dust and I was bringing in all the money. And on this trip, also, a lot of you guys don't know me, but I live for adventure and travel and spontaneity. We took a 17-day camping trip all the way here to Tennessee, and it was incredible. It was so awesome. And on that 17-day camping trip, I basically took a break, took a step back from my business because I really wanted to be present and enjoy the season. And thinking about having to go back to this job was like, okay, okay, we're going to do this. We've got this. We're going to do it. But man, it was really difficult. My husband was already talking about, okay, I've looked at the law enforcement agencies over there. I've looked at the sheriff. I looked at the PD. I looked at blah, 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 blah. Like, I can get this. It's going to be less pay, but we'll figure it out and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like such a drag. I was like, man, because we're also the type of people where we will find contentment. Like, we'll be so thankful wherever we're at and we'll just kind of settle in. And it was just such kind of a, that sucks. Like, I really, really wanted him to be home more. And I really, really wanted him to be in a less, as you can imagine, stressful position in life. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to work my butt off when I get back to work. So we landed here. We didn't have our house yet. We were in between places when we first got here. We literally applied for a house on the road. No joke. Put in an offer on the road. Never seen this house until we got here. Anyways, and so we were there. I saw my friend Brittany, who is the Zoom I'm on right now. I saw her switch companies. I met her at my last one, and she did have the free car. She did have the trips to Hawaii. She did have all of the things. And I basically reached out to her and I said, what the heck? Like, what happened here? What's going on? I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was honest with you. I told you I did not like MLMs. Imagine how I felt when I saw somebody just straight up switch lanes. I was like, "Where's your loyalty lie? Like, what's going on?" I didn't judge her character. I got to know her and I really trusted her. And so that's why I went to her to get the information from the source. And I said, listen, what's going on? I'm so confused. And she said, I just really feel like the Lord led my family down this direction, down this path, and I just couldn't unsee what I saw. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I'm just going for it and I'm excited about it. And I was like, okay, who am I to argue with God? Like, I think that's awesome. And I told her, I really hope you climb up to the top over there. I'll climb to the top over here and we'll like air five and we'll have like a party and it'll be great and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, totally sounds great. And so we just kind of parted ways, like high-fiving each other through Instagram, I don't know, and being like, "Hey, awesome, cool." Okay, well, y'all, she did start climbing, and I was like, "Como say what?" Like, okay, because I would see her promote, and then I would see like dozens of her team promote. And then I would see her promote again, and then dozens more would promote. And that was it. That was the straw for me because at my previous company, I worked my butt off. I told you guys that. But I had people I genuinely loved. I genuinely saw incredible potential in. I watched a level of grit and hard work that a lot of people cannot match in the people on my team, and I could not get them up to my level. I could not get them to get any higher, to increase their income, and it was seriously just so discouraging. I tell people this sounds so weird. I know I sound like a workaholic so many times when I say my story here, but I swear I'm not. But well, maybe I am. I don't know. The first step is denial. Maybe that's where I'm at. I don't know. But I would take every single shower since February of 2020 until about November. Every single shower I took, admittedly, I did not shower every day, okay? But every shower I took, I would listen to some sort of self-development podcast, some sort of like chapter in a self-development book. I would listen to like encouraging scriptures. I would listen to all kinds of things because at the end of the day, I was like, none of my team are winning. What's the common denominator? Ding, ding, ding. I'm not a good enough leader. So it was extremely discouraging to see my team not winning. And then look at my friend who switched companies and her team is winning. It's not just her. She's not some magical unicorn. Her people are winning. And I was like, okay, now I need more information. I made this chick get me on the phone with somebody at corporate. I made her get me on the phone with one of the top income earners in the company. Um, I made her get me on the phone with so many people, and I was like, I need you to lay it out for me. I need all the details. I need the nitty gritty. I need to know if this is going to be the same story, different vehicle. Am I going to be working 70 hours a week for 2,000 bucks a month, or is there really potential for more here? And what I saw was our compensation plan. There is about a 9 to 10 minute video. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. The person who invited you on this call hopefully has sent it to you. If they haven't, if maybe one of my leaders could drop the link to that in the chat of the Zoom, make sure before you hop off this Zoom that you go ahead and grab that link, save it to your notes and watch it later, or you can ask the person who invited you on this call to show you that video. It's incredible. My friend Fran explains it, and it's honestly mind-boggling. I remember looking at that, and I tell people, I became an accidental businesswoman at my last company, and that's because I took in all the info. Thanks so much, Erin. So my friend Erin just dropped that link in the chat in here, so please grab that before you hop off, and take a look. It's only 9 minutes, 9, 10 minutes. I lost my train of thought all of a sudden. Basically, I saw the compensation plan and I had looked at others before. I have family members who do different multi-level marketing companies. We had all come together and we looked at the compensation plans. Not only had I never seen a compensation plan like this before, I never thought I ever would, to be honest with you. It is so generous. It's over the top. It's crazy and it's phenomenal. And it literally came from our president's and co-owner's brain. I'm going to explain that in just a second, but that was something I couldn't let go of. Plus the timing of the company. So I'll tell you a couple things that really were like sealed the deal for me. Number one, we are not what's called saturated, meaning you probably haven't heard of us before. If you have, it's only been in the conversation probably with the person that invited you to this call. That means we are an untapped market. We can be the very first people to put this on people's radars, and it's incredible. Not only that, that actually would not matter. Ground floor timing does not matter if the company is not also in momentum. And let me tell you, we are in crazy momentum, crazy momentum. So we've had over 700% growth since January of 2018. Um, we had a record breaking year despite the pandemic in 2020. Record breaking year. And we are projected number wise with people who are way better at math than me. Okay, let me just be clear about that. We are projected to quadruple. I did not say double. I did not say triple. Quadruple that this year. And y'all, March just got started. We just kicked it off. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be lit. And not only that, we have a piece of the hemp industry. Again, I'm a total nerd. I subscribe to Entrepreneur Magazine. I'm aware that the hemp industry is projected to be a $15.8 billion industry come 2025. That's in 4 years. Right now, it is only 4.6 or $4.8 billion. I'm sorry, what? That's crazy. That is so much growth. It's insane. And so we get a piece of that without having to worry about a brick and mortar shop, not having to worry about stock or delivery, shipping, labeling, any of that stuff. We get it all for 40 bucks a year. The company handles all of the headachy stuff for us. That's crazy. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. So I jumped in. Again, that was 3 months ago. I jumped in, I hit it hard, and at the last hour of last month, I hit a promotion bear with me. This still sounds crazy to me too. My face is like tingling realizing it. But I had a promotion that's called Platinum here, and it is actually $15,000 per month base pay. Base pay. That's not an average income disclosure. That's base pay. On top of that, they also have what's called a financial freedom movement. It's crazy, where they pay into a debt of your choice. If you don't have debt, first of all, congratulations, you're like 0.1% of Americans or something crazy like that. But they will still give you that money on top of your paycheck into a retirement plan of your choice, or I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some sort of long-term saving plan. Absolutely incredible. That is not something you will find anywhere else. And that is 100% a huge, massive reason why I can get behind this company. I'm telling you from experience, my husband and I have had like 7 or 8 different meetings with our financial advisor that the company provides for free. When you sign up, you need to make no money and you get a financial counselor, you get a financial advisor. It has been unbelievably helpful. Unbelievably helpful. So it's been incredible, but let me tell you, you guys are like, I still don't care about you. Stop talking about yourself. Sorry, guys. So the company where we come from, so we did start in 2012. How can we say we're ground floor? Bear with me. I'm going to explain it. So 2012, we got started. Mark Wilson got hooked up with this doctor, Dr. Stephen Kimberly. This dude is crazy smart. He studied internal medicine, but he's also a naturopath. So very holistic minded, but he also understands the value of Western medicine. With that said, his particular fascination is with the fact of the depletion of nutrients in our food, nutrition in general in a human's body nowadays, in modern day society, and its connection to mental and physical ailments. Pretty crazy connection. Absolutely fascinated by it. He came out with this product 30 years ago, you guys. We now call it the QMax. It is a micronutrient supplement from heaven. It is phenomenal. It has changed people's lives in ways I can't even fathom. From chronic pain, inflammation, to behavioral struggles, to traumatic brain injury, you name it, really. It's like the Windex in my big fat Greek wedding. You got an issue? Spray some QMax on it. Just kidding. It's a capsule. You have to drink it with water or something, or you can open it up and put it in a smoothie, but you can't spray it on you. Maybe you could. I don't know. But anyways, and so he came out with this. They got teamed up and they started this company. Okay, fast forward 5 years, 2017. They're like, oh my gosh, our sales of our product are through the roof. Like, it's crazy. They were in like the 80th percentile of sales, customer retention rate. So customers specifically were coming back and ordering these products because they were changing their lives so dramatically. But they looked at their ambassadors. They're like, why do we only have 700 ambassadors worldwide? You guys, if you don't know, that is so bad. That's a horrible number. So they were like, okay, we need help. So that's when Jake Spencer, who's our president and now co-owner, spoiler alert, he came in as a consultant and he said, okay, let me help you out. He came up with our compensation plan. He came out with our new labeling. He expanded on our products. He gave all of these tips and tricks because he came from being a multimillionaire who retired from being like me, or the person who invited you on this call, an ambassador or a partner with a multi-level marketing company before. He was so successful. He retired his family in like his early or mid 30s. I just turned 30 in January. I'm like, I am not close. I am not even close. So he came in and he was like, here, this is what we need to do. What he did, he was like, I love what I've done so much. That's when he bought up half the company and he went ahead and said, I want to be president. Let's do this. And they said, okay, let's do this. We have grown exponentially. That's when he came in. January of 2018 is when we relaunched. And that's when I said earlier, we grew 700% since. Yup. That's right. It's crazy. So he made some incredible changes, and that's why we are where we are today. So it's been absolutely insane. Now, I definitely just said fart on a recorded call. You're welcome. As far as the products go, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm a straight shooter. I don't like fluff. I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm going to be very honest. I did not come here for the products. I trusted my friends when they told me the products are amazing. Since joining this company and since using the products consistently, yep, I have 100% fallen in love, and you can believe me or you can think I'm lying to you. I have never, ever used anything in my life, and I have gone to therapy for over 10 years. I believe in Jesus as my healer, and homeboy said, here's a lifeboat. Its name is hemp oil, and you should give it a whirl. And honestly, I've never had anything in my life help with my anxiety the way that this hemp oil has. And I have tried another hemp oil before, only one, I'll be honest. I've only tried one other one before. But here's what makes our hemp oil so different. So we have a full hemp line, but we also have a full non-hemp based line of nutraceuticals. You guys, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I can barely even speak. Okay. But anyways, so the hemp line is incredible. I'm just going to tell you about a couple products we have, kind of list what we offer. But number one, I want you to hear about our hemp oil. We have what we call biosync technology. I'm not going to get wicked nerdy on you. Basically, let me just sum it up with this cup of water. Okay. Hemp is a big thing. You can get it at a gas station now. I don't recommend it, but you can. So go get you some hemp oil. Go bloopity bloop. Okay. What does oil and water do? They separate, right? They're not friends. They ain't meshing. They're not cool. So you have it separating. Now, okay, grab our hemp oil. We call it Fuse. Cinnamon is my favorite. Berry is a second close. Okay. Anyways, you grab that, you drop it in the water. It's immediately immersed. Why is this important? The human body is made up of like 80 or 90% water. Big deal that it's water soluble. Okay. So I won't go super into the biosync technology. I'm not a scientist. I feel like there's probably some personalities on here that are going to be like, snooze fest, yawn, don't tell me about it. But go ahead and ask the person who invited you to this call, or you can hit me up. I'll fill you in. But anyways, our hemp oil is absolutely amazing. So typical hemp oils, you're going to absorb 6 to 10%. It's going to take you about 90 minutes. Our hemp oil, you absorb 85%, and it takes 15 minutes. Me personally, I notice the biggest changes within 20 minutes. I get a tightness in my chest pretty regularly. I get a burning sensation in my chest when I'm like really feeling panicked about a to-do list or things I have to do. And I noticed that the burning sensation has been gone since I started using it consistently. It only took me about a week and a half to 2-ish weeks before the burning sensation was gone. And the tightness in my chest is relieved within 20 minutes. Incredible. I'm so thankful. So, so thankful. Um, but anyways, in addition to the hemp oil, we have hemp water, super awesome. Hydrate, crave, and calm. I feel like they're kind of self-explanatory. Shameless plug, the hydrate is my favorite flavor, period. The other two are awesome too, but hydrate is off the chain. We have pet hemp oil. So for those small neurotic dogs that you're scared are going to have a heart attack whenever the doorbell rings, or the dogs that have chronic pain, inflammation, hip issues, what have you. Incredible hemp oil. We do have hemp roll-ons with essential oils. We have hemp creams. You name it, y'all. We got it. Okay. Now for the line that does not have hemp in it, we have the Qmax I had mentioned earlier, right? The Windex for my big fat Greek wedding, you know what I'm talking about? So the micronutrient supplement, that is one product in our Q Core, which is probably my very favorite product we have in our non-hemp based line. The other two products that are in it is Align, which is our anti-inflammatory, massive deal. If you do not know about internal inflammation or even cellular inflammation, I tell people I was a personal trainer. I worked out for like 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. You guys, no joke. And I look like 5 to 10 pounds heavier than I do now. And I like have been to the gym maybe 7 times in the last 5 months. Okay. It's a thing. It's a thing. The third thing we have in there is called Q Biotics. You guessed it. It's probiotics, but it also has prebiotics as well as a digestive enzyme, as well as an antifungal. If you're not familiar, totally fine. It's not normal to be familiar with gut health products, but for them to be as quality as they are and find them all in one supplement is like a massive deal. And I can tell you it works. It's great. Okay. That's our Q Core. It's incredible. So in addition to that, we have Kids Core, same concept, daily vitamins, fills the gaps in kids' nutrition, also has elderberry in it for immune support. We have vitamin sprays. This is a big deal. I had never heard of vitamin sprays. Has anyone here that does not work for this company? Have you guys heard of vitamin sprays before? Anybody? No, exactly. So pretty much the fastest way to get vitamins absorbed in your body is to get it injected. So like B12 shots, right? You've ever heard of somebody getting a B12 shot? So the second fastest way is called sublingual delivery, which means under your tongue. We have 6 vitamin sprays that you spray under your tongue. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We got our vitamins in and it's dope. So we have 6 ones. We have Boost, that's good for metabolism and blood sugar. We have Relief, which is good for pain and inflammation. I have to close my eyes or else I'm going to forget them. We have vitamin C and zinc. We have vitamin D3. We have vitamin B12. Yeah. And then we have our sleep spray. If you struggle falling asleep or staying asleep, hit up the person who invited you here. It's $17.50 to literally change your life, to change your sleeping. Holy mackerel. It's amazing. One of our best sellers. In addition to that, we have a medicinal mushroom product. That sounds super trippy dippy, but we're not getting high here. Don't worry. But it's basically really good for immune support. It has a ton of adaptogenic herbs in it. The list goes on. Honestly, we have so many products. But for the sake of time, I'm going to have you go ahead. The person who invited you to this call is probably going to actually follow up with you in the next 24-ish hours or so. And so if you want that information, you can ask them for the product catalog, their link to take a look, or any specific details you want on any specific products. But I want to share with you, if you are someone on this call, okay, that wants to be a customer, that would love to try these products. It is $10 for the year. That's like a Costco or an Amazon Prime membership. That's going to afford you the wholesale pricing for the entire year on all of the products. Okay. If you are a lifer and you're like, I want that free shipping though, you know what I'm talking about? That's an additional $50 for the year. That'll pay for your shipping for your auto ship orders, 100%. Okay. And that's pretty much that. You'll sign up as a preferred customer. You get the exact same pricing. I get the exact same pricing the person who invited you on this call gets, and it's awesome sauce. If that's you, I encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you to this call. I feel like I've said that 15 times now. You're welcome. Reach out to them or they'll reach out to you and make sure that you get that order in and they can help you with product recommendation and what have you. But if that's you, thank you so much for hopping on this call and you can hop off. If you are somebody who wants to learn more about the business opportunity, let's chat. But I'm going to give it a second to let anybody who wants to hop off. It's not awkward. We're not staring at you. You can totally pop off if you want to. I'm going to give them a second to hop off. But if you're interested in the business, let's talk about it. So business wise, it is $39.95 for the entire year. So just like I said, kind of the same concept as a Costco membership or Amazon Prime membership. That's going to get you access to wholesale pricing on all the products for the whole year. Okay. On top of that, that's going to get you access to your pay portal. That's how we get paid. Okay. We get that money in our bank account. That's also going to get you access to different team chats and resources and what have you. I always recommend for your first order, grab something that you want to try. You do not have to buy a stock in product. You don't have to have a warehouse or like a whole spare bedroom dedicated to your Q products. Okay. We don't do that here. Okay. But we do encourage you to try the products and develop your own testimony with them. We also encourage you in your first order, grab something that you can sample out. When you're having conversations with people about the business or the products, you can be like, yo, give this a whirl. Okay. Your investment. I like to just hash it out, you guys. Let's talk money. You know what I'm saying? So your investment is roughly $200 per month. This would include like your first month. Okay. That'd include that $40 for the annual fee. That include your own personal order for you and your house. If you're getting something for sampling, that's including sampling. That's going to include if you want to upgrade your back office, to see all of the bells and whistles to help you be successful, et cetera, et cetera. We ballpark $200 investment a month. Now, the cool thing is we go gung ho. We don't mess. Welcome. This is a multi-level marketing company by structure, but we don't do it like they do it. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably why you're on this call, because you're like, wow, that was so refreshing not to see a bunch of graphics of products all over their social media. Like, I'm just so thankful that I didn't just watch a commercial. I got to see my friend's face on her Instagram story. I hope that was the case. Anyways, that's my personal favorite part of this business. But we don't run it like a multi-level marketing company. We run it like a business, and we really treat you like your own. We treat you like your own business owner. And we really give you a ton of training. It's genuinely a 50-50 partnership with corporate. Corporate specifically does trainings for us that teaches us the difference between MLM mindset and business ownership. They teach us how, and they equip us with how to get to our goals. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else there is to chat about business wise. I mean, oh, this is an important one. You guys are like, hey, what does it take? What do I need to do? Y'all, listen, if you can budget 7 hours a week minimum, remember I talked about earlier, I was working 70 hours a week and getting like $2,000 a month. Yikes. If you work about 7 hours a week on your business, that's going to feel like a financial compensation that feels worth it. That's going to feel worth it to you. But if you can obviously spend more time on your business, you can reap bigger rewards, or you can reap rewards faster. Okay. Other than that, what it looks like is basically letting us coach you, letting us guide you. If you can come in here and be coachable, I genuinely believe from my experience that that is the most important thing you can be. And the biggest element to your success is just be coachable. I came in and I said, I'm going to literally unlearn everything I ever learned at my last company. And honestly, Brittany, seeing your success, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. No more, no less. And that's what she did. That's what I did. And that is honestly what I attribute a lot of my success to. So it really just looks like partnering with the people who invited you here and running for it. But I've gone a couple minutes over, so I'm going to go ahead and end this call. But if you have additional questions, again, please reach out to the person who invited you here. If you want to tag in somebody else, what's up? My name's Caycee. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm happy to help. Um, and if there's anything else you need, holler at your girl. All right, guys. Have a great night. Bye.